Alberta's child and youth advocate says when reviewing the deaths or serious injuries of young people from recent years, it found gaps in care. The review says in over half of the cases studied, child intervention workers didn't fairly evaluate caregivers' capacity to help or the impact of disrupted relationships. Of the 69 cases between April 2023 and March 2024, 60 were young people's deaths and 9 were serious injuries. The report found 70% of young people had mental health or substance use challenges and experienced trauma, grief, and loss.
So one of the young people that we talked about in this report was moved 20 times. And so every time she was moved, that compounded her trauma, and then her behaviors escalated, or she turned to substance use. And so we need to get professionals to understand where that behavior is coming from.
The report recommends the Children and Family Services Ministry make the transition to adulthood program policy manual publicly available. It also asks for mandatory training and trauma-informed practices for provincial employees who will work with young people and the adoption of better systems to identify young people with trauma.
I was really upset.
Nick Goodswimmer grew up in government care homes and knows firsthand how hard it is to get support.
I know from personal experience, being away from home was really hard, and having to find that connection back to culture and stuff, it was really hard.
About 2/3 of the young people in the review were Indigenous. Pelton says they are deeply concerned about the over-involvement of government in the lives of Indigenous people.
So we need to really move that dial of reconciliation where Indigenous families feel that they would be supported if they asked for help and not punished and not lose their kids.
There needs to be a lot of trauma-informed care, as well as, cultural approaches about Indigenous parenting, Indigenous children.
The Children and Family Services Minister says they remain committed to helping children at a younger age to develop resilience for the future.
We want our kids looked after. This is something that's pretty important to me, and we're going to look at these recommendations very closely and look at, and always open to looking for changes to improve the system.
Meanwhile, Pelton says they are noticing increased government collaboration, which they hope will lead to positive change for Alberta youth. Nicole, Healey, CBC News, Edmonton.